morning. Welcome to build day 28. Yesterday was day 27. But we're on day 28 now. Just got done parking the truck. And we had a little bit of a delay. We had a street sweeper go by, so I had to move the truck out of the way so we could do in front of the haunt. But we're just getting out here, getting going. Now it's broad daylight. I can use my shop. Come on, Kay. Get your toy. Take Buddha, get in the house. Go on. Yeah, there she goes. And the leaves got picked up, but not all the gravel. They went over and seal coated the road. Tar and gravel, and left a hell of a mess. And every time they go through trying to pick up the gravel, all they end up doing is scattering it all over the place. Today's docket. I need to get into the control board on the witch and get that fixed. 3 of the things it's working fine on. The 4th thing, it's cutting off. And I know what the problem is. It's the timing on the board. So I got to adjust the timing. It takes a couple of minutes. I'll get that done first. Then in here, in the gypsy, last night we started hanging lights. And I got from here all the way around over to there done, and got in here and forgot that the walls stick up higher than the tent does. And I need to attach the lights to the top of the wall, so that's where the wood is for the screw to set. If I go down where the bottom of the tent is, it's just foam and the lights won't hook. You know, and I go to angle them or whatever, or wind comes up, they just blow right off. So we've got to fix. Up there, the crosshairs up there on the rafters, I am going to cut some bracing material to fit up there, and we'll zip tie it up there, and I can attach my lights there and use them for doing the table. You know, and the stuff on the walls and what have you. And then after that, the rest of the lighting I'm going to do is down on the ground and on the fence. You know, on both sides. I got some up lighting and stuff to do. So we're going to work on that today and try to get that all done, get this all wired up. I've also got a control board in here that controls the cups and controls the Ouija board. I've got to get that in, as well as get the air line from the compressor to the storage tank in, and the air compressor turned on so I can actually test the cups to make sure they're working right. Right now, there's no air. So I've got that to do. And then, God, what was it? Something else just popped into my mind. Something else I need to do, but it was related to this display, and I can't think of it right now. I do know I'm going to need to run 2 12-volt lines and 1 5-volt line. The 5-volt line goes to that, the Ouija board. One of the 12-volt lines goes to the control box that controls both that and the cups, And then I got a second 12-volt that controls all the lighting in here. You know, so I'm going to have to run those. So we've got a lot of wiring just in that display to do. And if we can get it done, we'll get in here, and this might end up being a partially quickie one. I can only go so far with my lighting in here. I've got 3 12-volt lines I need to run, 2 of which, one goes to this guy for his control board, the other one goes to that guy for his control board. And I got to get those 2 props wired up and working. And then I've got a 3rd one I need to run, and it'll go pretty much around the walls up here. And do whatever lighting I'm going to have up there. And then I'll have to drop a couple of lines down to the ground and just leave them, so Sue Ann can get in here and do her cobwebbing and stuff. And then once she gets all the cobwebbing inside here done, I can get in here, put the fence in, do the lighting on the fences, and then be done with this. So it's going to be a 2-prong attack. And then we'll just kind of keep going from there and see where we can get. I'm going to use some haunted treasure lights up here on these bars pointed down to highlight the walkway a bit. At least up into the curtain. I don't know if I'll put any over in the pirate area or not. I haven't decided. I haven't gotten that far yet. But I doubt highly we'll get into pirate. I'll be lucky to get into here today because there's a lot going on in this display wiring-wise that I need to attend to. So, we're going to do the witch first, do the crosshairs, get the air compressor set up and turned on, and then go from there. Oh, I almost forgot breakfast of the day. Popcorn, Coke, and some mints. That's what I've had today so far. Popcorn ain't doing much for me, but the mints are giving me a little sugar, which is giving me a little energy. I'm about ready for lunch. Oh, and the other thing too, it's a little after 10 now. I've actually been out here for about an hour. Had to mow the backyard. Fun. Anyway, time to get to work. First segment after opening, and Swan just called dinner. I went over, got the board for the witch done. I got the air compressor plugged into this system. So the pneumatic cups over there will work. And I spent the rest of the day farting around with lights. I got the ones up on the peak. They're doing the ones on the walls and the tables. I got those wired up. I got lights for this table wired up. I got all the heads wired up. And I got the spots on the fence for her and the scrying bowl. And then lights down here to hit like the bookshelf, the pumpkins, that sort of thing. Everything is wired, ready to go, with the exception of one thing. I need the power line. I was just getting ready to start running that when Sue Ann called dinner, so I'll do that after dinner. Now I'm going to come in here and aim lights. Does that mean I'll be done with the gypsy? No. I've got a 5-volt line I need to run that runs the Ouija board, and I got a 12-volt line which runs the board there, which powers and also powers the pneumatic system for the cups. I got to get both those lines ran, and I got to get the pneumatic cups working. So this is, like I figured, was going to be an all-day project. Gypsy normally is. But for right now, I'm going to go get dinner. I'll worry about all this junk later. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, over in the gypsy display, I've got the lighting done. I spent all day working on the lighting. Figured it was going to be like this. Here, let me get the camera turned around. Sorry. Oh, here, we'll go this way and that way. And it looks a lot brighter on camera than it does at night. And that long thing hanging down to my work belt sitting up on the table. I still got tools over here. But I do not have the AC on. So the mister over in the scrying bowl isn't working, and the lamp's not turned on. But the gypsy is all lit. Now, I still got two things to do over here. And one I'm getting ready to do now is the Ouija board there. I need to run a 5-volt line. I'm going to go ahead and run that line, get that done and hooked up. And I still have another 12-volt line to run over to run the board that controls the pneumatic cups as well as the pneumatics and triggers the Ouija board. I might get the line ran tonight, but I'm probably not going to hook that up until tomorrow because it requires me to Ouija in between the wall and the table underneath, and my back's already screaming, so I'll wait till tomorrow morning to get underneath the table and do that. But I can at least get the power line ran. Maybe tonight. I might call it quits after I do the Ouija board. I don't know. But there's your look. As far as lights themselves, I got lots of lights up there pointing down. I got lights on the fence pointing out. I got lights on the wall pointed out. But it didn't turn out too bad. And this year with the coloring that we chose to do, the gypsy is a lot darker. Normally it's way brighter. This time it's a little darker, and to me feels a little creepier too. But give you a good look at the gypsy. Get those 2 other lines ran and their stuff hooked up, and we'll be done with this tomorrow. Then I can put the straw in and we can put the fences up and we'll be totally done with this display. So there's your nighttime look. No pie of the day today. Today it's cake of the day. Devil's food cake with white icing. Okay, end of the day wrap up. And we have Kaylee with us, being a good girl, getting her lovins. She's happy. She's been wanting to park the truck for ages now. Usually just about after dinner, she starts bugging me. It's time to do the truck, Dad. Time to do the truck. It's like, no. I like to do it right before I quit. But she gets anxious. She doesn't know. We haven't been able to teach her how to tell time yet. She runs on her time. And her times is whenever she wants to do something. Huh. Yeah, you a good girl. Anyway, I get to sit here all and do the wrap up with just me making over the dog. But that ain't going to work out too good. As I feared, it took all day to do the lighting. Oh, God, the gypsy is always a pain because of the lighting. I did get the 5-volt line ran for the Ouija board, so that's all done and plugged into the box and ready to go. I still have one 12-volt line to run over there, control board to put in to activate the pneumatic cups and the Ouija board, and I gotta get the pneumatics working. That'll be job number 1 tomorrow. Get that done. I can put the hay in, put the fences up, and that display is officially done and ready for the public. Then after that, we'll move into Spider and start seeing what we can do on Spider. Spider, I have 2 pneumatics to do with 2 control boards and 2 different power lines for that. Plus, I've got a power line for lighting. And that's going to be interesting because I'm not sure how I'm going to do the lighting in there this year. I do know what color, though. But, yeah, Kaylee's foobard. She wants to go over to the hammering clown. But the ladder's kind of blocking the path, and she does not like narrow pathways. But, anyway, we will definitely be into Spider tomorrow. I have no idea how far into Spider we're going to get, or if we'll even get it, get stage 1 of the electrical done over there tomorrow. Not sure what I'm going to work on first, whether I'll work on the pneumatics first, or if I'll work on the lighting first. Probably ought to work on the pneumatics and get those debugged. There's always some sort of bug or twist or something I've got to do with them. So, it will be interesting. I think with that, I'm going to call it quits. Stay spooky, stay toxic, and all that jazz. And Katie says night-night.